Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. I'd like to give all glory, all praises, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem Kakodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do rule well, and as always, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the society that's pushed this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. I'm the brother Yerah from the Great Millstone branch, the Gary Camp, coming at you another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And I open up with that, as you can see, with that Jeremiah 28:8. And that's the spirit in which the Lord has, put in which the prophets that you see on the highways and hedges, starting with the elders, the head apostles of Great Millstone, and right along with the rest of the men that's laboring in this truth, teaching the correct doctrine and truth, righteousness, and sincerity, man. The Lord got the spirit upon the men of, the prophets to go out and to warn the people of what's to come. And the scriptures say what? The spirit of a Mashiach is the spirit of what? Prophecy. And that's the job of the prophets, is to prophesy, to forewarn, not only our people, but the nations as well, the other nations, the heathens, right along with the 2/3, and to what's to come, and at the same time gathering up the remnant, through the terror of the Lord, we're persuading men. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, it's the Lord that's allowing these things to take place on the earth. When you see, the famine is happening, the rumors of wars, actual wars breaking out, earthquakes in diverse places, massive storms just, destroying shit, man. All these things, these are the will of the Lord at the end of the day. And the Lord has allowed these things to happen for the sake of prophecy and for the sake of the ushering of the kingdom of heaven, under whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. But we know his name, his true name is Yahweh Shai. And war is coming, man. Evil is coming, and we're in those times, man. You're seeing economic woes, inflation. People are, a lot of people are suffering from this inflation that's going on, and it's only finna get worse, man. Although this devil got a lot of distractions out here to keep the masses, the people distracted, but ultimately we see what's going on. We're seeing, the ushering in of this MOTB system, man. The systematic collapse of the dollar. As you had a couple days ago, or a week ago, Saudi Arabia pretty much dropped the petrodollar, man, which is going to affect the economy over here. And then you got what? Russia, with warships in the Caribbean near Cuba. So there's a lot going on, man. It's a lot to rejoice at, but at the same time, it's a lot. It should put us more in fear of the Lord and making sure we're getting our houses in order for that great and dreadful day. Let's drop that real quick. Let's go to Jeremiah 30:5, man. And the prophets of the Lord and the men of the Lord that's out there, we're not going to sugarcoat this thing to you, man. We're going to give it to you rough and, raw and rugged, as the Lord commanded us to do, man. To give the warning. What it says in the book of Ezekiel. Let's get it real quick. Ezekiel 3:17. And it reads, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the words at my mouth and give them warning from me. And that's the spirit we in. When we do these electronic epistles, these lessons, when we go out on labor on the highways and hedges and we prophesy, we're giving our people the warning. The warning of what's to come and what the Lord's about to bring forth, man. It says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood would I require at thy hand. And that's another reason why we go out on labor, man. If the spirit on you to go out and teach, if this truth resonate with you, and the Lord, it's the spirit in you that's compelling you to go out and teach, hey, you should do it, man. Now we granted everybody ain't meant to be, a prophet. Some people are going to be helps. Some people, your job may just be pray for the brothers. But the point being is that the Lord got the spirit on you to bring your ass out here and go and do this work, man. You got to come do it, man. Because otherwise, that blood is going to be on your hand. It said, yeah, if thou warn the wicked man, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. And that's what we're doing, man, because we're hoping to be delivered ourselves, man. You know, we have to go through these things. We have to go through the straits as well. Everybody's going to have to go through the straits. You know, but we hoping that the Lord keep us from the hour of temptation where we don't, he gives us strength to the point, that we keep our integrity, that we do not bow the knee to Baal, you know. But anyways, let's drop that real quick. Let's go to Jeremiah 30:5. It says, "For thus said the Lord, we had heard of a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether do a man do travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." Because it's gonna be so much chaos out here, man. People are gonna be afraid, man. She'll just say, "What, man's heart shall fail him for fear?" You know, people gonna be having heart attacks. You know, when they see the things that's coming upon the earth, and that's coming upon the earth, especially here in Babylon. Because you Babylonians have never really, you've been, although it's violence here, it's crazy ass people out here, man. But they never, these people ain't never seen war. When you go to those other countries, like, and especially over in the so-called Middle East, and I mean so-called, well, that's a made-up term that Esau made up. But when you go over there, them people, they used to they used to seeing that shit, man. Bombs, debris everywhere. Fucking homes that have been riddled by missiles and bombs and shit and bullets. That's coming to a city near you, man. And the elites want that to happen, man. They want chaos. They want, this dysfunction in society, man, so they could justify them bringing what? Their order. And a lot of people are the Lord got a lot of people prepared for the sword, man, and for famine, man. These things are coming. It says, verse 7, "Alas, for that day is great, so that is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And he's speaking of the remnant, which we hoping to be part of that number, the elect. And Jacob's trouble is going to be you heathens' troubles as well. It's not just going to be Israel catching hell. All you fucking nations going to be catching hell. Even you Edomites, you lower-level Edomites. As your only elites don't even give a damn about you. I was just watching the video of the elder, in South Carolina, Elder Montezaba. He was going to, he had a video, he's going to about the draft. Which certain countries already, started to do that. I believe Germany and a couple other NATO countries, man, start to implement the draft system, man. And that's coming here to Babylon, man. And a lot of you men and women are going to be drafted, man. Chipped up on the front line of the Third World War just to be blown into smithereens, man. It says, verse 8, "And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves with him, but they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king. It says, whom I will raise up unto them." Because all these things are happening for the sake of what? The kingdom of heaven to come, man. All these things are happening for a reason. Civil unrest, civil war. Let's get that real quick in Isaiah 19, because that's coming as well. We're seeing the stage being set, man. A lot of these Edomites, these patriotic Edomites, man, they're waking up to the fact that they constitutional rights, is being snatched away from them, man. And they come to the realization they don't have no freedoms just as much as the nigga don't, man. So they're going to be in an uproar, man. And what did Biden said about, he said some slick shit. He's pretty much saying, hey, pretty much the American, they talking about the seasons people's guns. And what he talking about, he said something like, well, we have F-15s, which shows you what the plans of these elites about, man. They when the shit get hard, they're going to be dropping bombs on you niggas, man, on the people, man. And it's not like they ain't do it before. They did it to Jake. You heard about the Tulsa, Oklahoma, And Esau, he got all matters of fucking technology, man, to bring. Remember that a couple years ago, which they swept that shit underneath the rug. Well, the past year, the whole thing in Hawaii, how there was articles coming out, how pretty much, they was pretty much firing laser from the sky, burning up fucking, lands, man. Esau, he got that technology, man. And he's going to unleash that shit on the people, man. He got different sound weapons, frequency weapons, you know. And what did the Lord say? Hey, the Lord said this real quick. Proverbs 16:4. And it reads, the Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. And the Lord is, it's the Lord that's putting the spirit upon the minds of these elites to bring forth these draconian measures, man. As the scriptures say, what in, I believe Proverbs 21, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. He turned to whatsoever he will. You know, the Lord is in control of this whole thing, man. It's the Lord that's bringing forth, you know, that's putting the spirit upon these damn devils to bring forth judgment on the earth, man. To bring forth the famine, to bring about, you know, economic woes, you know, the collapse of this economy, man, you know, and it's only finna get worse. You know, Apostle Taha, he coined this year the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, man. We hoping to be the year, and we seeing the stage being set for that to happen. You know, we already in what, June? And also, that's another thing, man. Look how close, look how fast, you know, we almost halfway through the year already, man. You know, so the Lord, he's speeding up time, man. And the scripture say, what? He shall speed up the days for the elect's sake. You know, so we're seeing, you know, everything speeding up. I was just watching a video clip. There was a woman going to that, man. But she didn't understand, you know, why it was happening. We know why it's happening, man. We understand why these days are going back quick. Scripture say, what? If you have not shortened the days for the elect's sake, once again, no flesh shall be saved, man. And this devil, man, he's destroying all kinds of articles and information, bringing out about how this nigga, how the food is fucked up, the air, the water, the different poison, the toxins, and then the different products we use, how that's destroying the people. As the scriptures say, what? These devils are what? A physician. They are forgers of lies and physicians of no value, man. You know? And yes, once again, I'm going to go back to Isaiah 19, because this is coming as well. Isaiah 19:2, it says, I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And then we're seeing that globally and eternally here in Babylon, man. You know? We're seeing the division, man. Men against women, women against men, the straights against the gay, the sodomites, the left versus the right, the juice versus the unjuice, the red pill, blue pill movement. We're seeing the division, man. You know, being set, and what the Lord said real quick. I believe is Luke 12:51, straight to the point. It says, suppose ye that I come to give peace on the earth, I tell you, neighbor, rather division. From henceforth there shall be, you know, so the Lord said he's not coming as, you know, bring peace on the earth. It's division. You know, and the division is, we're seeing the division being set, man. And who's bringing forth the division? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Even within Israel, man. The Lord's bringing the division, man. The Lord's showing you who has the truth and who don't. Who's the true prophets and who the false prophets. The Lord's doing that right now. We're in a time of that as well. Everything that's being done in the dark is now being brought to light. The Lord is showing the, you know, is showing the true intentions of people's heart, which is their mind, man. You know, it says, from henceforth there should be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3, and the father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father. You seeing that, man? You know, parents killing their kids, kids killing their parents. You know, which that was common amongst the Edomite culture, but now you seeing Jake being the face of that now. You know, there's a lot of articles of these so-called nigger women just killing their kids, man. You know, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. You know, and all these things is a sign that the Lord is on his way back as well. You know, So let's drop that real quick. Isaiah 19:2 again, it says, "And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his neighbor, and everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall see to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord. A fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts," man. And the Lord, hey, we don't know how, hey, it's remain to be seen who's going to be the quote-unquote president, which we know all that shit a farce any goddamn way. The whole concept of president and democracy and government, all that shit is a farce, because we know who really controls everything. You know? These damn devils, man, these elites. You know, the ones that you don't see on television, man. You know, Trump and this guy, Sleepy Creepy Joe, ain't nothing but puppets, man. You know, which we believe, if Trump get in office, he's going to be a tyrant like no other. Or if they say they do cancel the elections, man, some shit happened, man. Hey, look what happened under this damn devil's Biden administration. Look how much freaky and weirdoism shit that he pushed. As I was watching a clip the other day on some quote-unquote Juneteenth celebration, they had him, Kamala Harris, and this simple-ass sodomite of a man, but he ain't even no fucking weirdo Billy Porter looking through with a fucking long ass hair and a gold dress on with a beard. And that's why the Lord finna destroy 2/3 of these niggas, man. That's another reason why the Lord finna destroy this place. Because, this place is known as what? Spiritual Sodom, man. As we in what month? The freaky month. That's another reason why the Lord finna destroy this bitch, man. It says, "And the water shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall dry up. Shall be wasted and dry up. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of the fence shall be empty and dried up, and the reeds and the flags shall wither," man. And your economy, man. Your economy going to collapse. The resources, the goods that you people are used to custom having, you're not going to be able to have access to, as your elites are systematically destroying everything. One year, it was the year of what, the burning down the food processing facility. The next year was what, the collapse, this year what they had, collapsing bridges and shit. Then remember last year, they the train derailments, releasing weird gas into the air, fucking up different water supplies, man, in the air. And that was just ones we know about. Who knows what this devil's doing that's not being reported, man? It says, "The paper reads by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brook shall wither and be driven away and be no more. The fishers also shall mourn, and they shall cast angles into the brooks and shall lament, and they shall spread their net upon the water, and they that spread their nets upon the water shall languish." It's not gonna be no hey, you niggas ain't gonna be able to make no money here, because there's not gonna be no damn money. You're not gonna be able to sustain yourself, because what you people come to realization is that your quote unquote precious American dream was really a goddamn nightmare at the end of the day. And real quick, I want to show this video. It's locked here. I want to show this video real quick. This is a brother's page. I don't know the brother's name personally, but he bring out good content. Arrows of Indignation 144. But he posted this video. It was just Jake pretty much, waking up to the fact that this whole American dream and the concept of working and going to work and taking care of yourself, and it's all a farce, man. It's all a sham. But anyway, I'm gonna play this video and then I'm gonna bring out some more precepts and then close out.
Thinking this motherfucker is designed for motherfuckers to fail. Like, I'm sitting here waiting to get my truck loaded so I can start my fucking day, for the company that barely pays me enough to, keep my life together slightly. And I can't just abruptly leave this motherfucker because where else am I gonna get the money from? Like, I truly believe that I'm talented enough to, make something happen and make something shake in like maybe 6 months to a year from now. However, where is that initial funding gonna come from? You see what I'm saying? Food is bad for you. It's highly chemicalized, highly addictive, highly sugarized, and highly everything bad for you arised. And if you look up any...
And everything that this dude is bringing out, man, is true. And this is the prophet's been telling you about these things. The men of the Lord been bringing out the information about this, man. You know, how all this shit is just pretty much, this whole system is set up to suck you dry. And the benefit who? The elites. They don't give a damn about you damn Americans, man. Especially you tribes. And yet in here 2024, you niggas still talking about voting, man. Now you got niggas advocating for Trump, which shows how destroyed you niggas are, man. You know? We want to play some more of this.
Health article, it tells you that you can't eat any of the shit that you eat on a daily fucking basis. But 9 times out of 10, that's either all you can afford or that's all that's available. Hospital bills is a fucking scam. Insurance is a fucking scam. Rent is a scam. Mortgages are scams. Just living in general is a fucking scam. The majority of ways to make enough money really fast are very unethical and highly illegal. Yet the people who call it illegal are the ones who do it the fucking most. That's the craziest fucking part. You gotta hope your car doesn't fucking break down, because if it does, a mechanic's gonna hold the shit for months because he or she is backed up forever. And it's like, okay, you got my car. How the fuck am I supposed to get to and from? They tell you to save and invest and all this shit, but it's like you taking that investment as a risk now. You can't win life without taking a risk. However, if the shit don't work out, you're fucked. A lot of people stay up late as a bitch knowing they gotta be to work tomorrow early as hell in the morning, only because their job took away the majority of their day, and the only way for them to feel some type of control over their life is to stay up past the point in which they know they need to go to sleep to get a productive day the next day. I can't remember exactly what that phrase is called, but it is a real thing. And then on top of that same subject, most people who do that, they stay up late because they don't want to go to work the next fucking day. This shit is a fucking scam, bro.
And it's true, man. Even we ourselves, man, the men of the Lord, man, we be guilty of that at times, man. You find yourself staying up late, can't sleep, this place is infectious. You constantly worrying about shit. Now we got the truth. We're comforted through this truth, but hey, we in the flesh, man. We worry about shit. How I'm gonna get this, but we put our trust in the Lord, and the Lord, and usually 9 times out of 10, the Lord comes. Not usually, majority of the times, the Lord, He's come through for us, man. Trust in the Lord, His track record shows, man. Those who put His trust in the Lord, He's gonna He come through. But hey, this what the people suffer, man, under this devil's rulership, man. As he sell you this bullshit American dream, man. The whole concept like school. Here you are, you go through all your life going to school. First, you got to go to kindergarten and 8th grade for damn near 40 hours a fucking week. Eat garbage ass food, like that nasty ass school cheese piece they used to sell. Give your ass. Saying all these GMO food, sugary ass fruit cups, and some damn milk, which we don't even know that was real milk. That was real milk or not. Which they had an episode of The Simpsons. It was this episode, which I don't put it past these devils, where the milk that they was giving the students at the school that Barton was going to, was milk that they was getting for fucking rats and mice and shit, man. So who knows what the hell they feeding our children? Then you graduate, then you go do 4 more years in high school, don't learn a goddamn thing. Especially our women. Should say, well, they don't give a woman the liberty to gather the bride. Our women, they push college. These women go to college, they get freaked out. Men go to, and say if you a man, you get, most men, they drop out of school, and those who stay in, they go to college and become more indoctrinated or freaked out. Or then those who don't stay in school, they get caught up in what, and all the other traps that Esau got. Whether it's the prison industrial complex for his ass, through the streets, gang banging and all that shit, selling drugs, or you get caught up in the military industrial complex, go fight for this nigga's country, get fucked up, or have some type of mental trauma, bring your ass back for you to suffer, and you ain't got money to pay your bills. Or all the other traps that this devil got set up, man. And that's why the Lord finna destroy this damn devil, man. And people are waking up. Let's play some more on this, and I'm gonna get some precepts and close out.
And after all of this bullshit, you still gotta get up and produce something. Whether you man or woman, you still have to get up and produce something. Because if you do nothing, you're pretty much just gonna be on the street. And it's like knowing all that shit, bro. Sometimes that shit gets to you, man. Sometimes it gets to you, but I can tell you this. Even though all of this bullshit is a real thing, and yeah, it does get to me too, I refuse to let this shit bring me down. I refuse. I refuse because I know deep inside my fucking head, and it's more so on the forefront now. It used to be deep, but now it's like right up in here. I know for a fact that one of these days, none of this shit is going to matter because I'm going to be in such a great position in my life that I'm going to be able to look back and be like, damn, I went through all this bullshit and struggle that the world just threw at me, and I came out on top. That may sound cartoonish, that may sound far-fetched, that may sound all...
But, you know, the thing that he got it wrong is he's coming from the mindset of a mortal mindset, this world. See, we understand we're going through all these things, and, you know, and then eventually, you know, we're going to go through all these things, and Lord willing, we be at the elect. Then we're going to be in the kingdom, man. You know, this is part of going through the straight gate, the suffering as well. And it's finna get a lot worse, man. You know? But anyway, let's close that up. I believe it's Isaiah 14. 14:4, it says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. And who's the king of Babylon, man? Esau, man. You know, particularly the small hats, these rich elite bankers, man, that controls every facet of industry on the earth, man. It says, verse 5, the Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuing stroke. He who ruled the nations in anger is persecuted none hither. And that's what he do, man. He smote the people with a continuous stroke, man. Should say, well, he oppresses a man, a house of a man in his heritage. He said, upon the elderly thou hast heavily laid thy yokes, man. This nigga don't even give a damn about the elderly, man. Not the elderly of our people, let alone the elderly, period, man. This man don't give a damn about nobody, man. You would think a man in his right mind would want his subjects to eat the best food, to drink the best water, to get the best education so he can benefit his and make his kingdom flourish. But no, this nigga does the complete opposite because ultimately this devil, he don't even want you. That's why they so gun-ho on bringing forth what? You know, this artificial intelligence technology, man. Technology is taking a lot of these jobs away, man. He don't need you no more. He don't need you jakes no more. I'm watching the bishops. You know, the bishops was bringing this out. The elder bishops, man, they was going into how, you know, Hollywood, they don't need you actors no more. That's why there's a lot of Hollywood strikes. Because why? They got CGI, artificial intelligence, man. Even these rappers, these entertainers, they don't need your ass no more. Because the whole reason why they was used you from the get-go is to deceive the people and to put spirits upon the people, man. And to use your ass for his agenda. To forward his wickedness and his agendas, man. Now, he got artificial intelligence. He don't need you. You know? But anyway, it says, verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing, man. Because when this devil's taken out of power, the whole earth is going to be at rest, man. This nigga oppresses the damn animals as well. Showing he's a complete demon, man. You know, there's videos of millions of dolphins coming to shores. And why is that, man? Because the damn water is fucked up, man. You know? It say, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, the cedar of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. Even the trees going to rejoice. You know? Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It is stirred up the dead for thee, even the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. And all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? You know? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, your pride, you know? And the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations, man? You know, this nigga weakened the nations, man, through his democracy, his philosophy, his pseudoscience, his witchcraft, his sorcery. That's why the scriptures say what? For the multitude of thy sorcery, the well-favored harlot. Let's get that real quick. Nahum 3 and 4 said, because of the multitude of thy whoredoms of the well-favored harlot. And it was speaking of Nineveh. But we know, America, Babylon the Great is spiritual Nineveh, man. The mistress of witchcraft that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. And we're seeing that take place right now, starting with the mouth of the prophets bringing out this truth, even with your own kind. The scripture say what? In Psalm 64, he shall make his own tongue to fall upon himself. So even you got your own, these different insiders, these whistleblowers, bringing all matters of information about what the hell these devils are doing and their agendas, man, and what goes on behind the scenes, man. This devil's being caught, man. That's why he's moving in haste to help establish this whole NWO, man. And we seeing the stage being set for chaos to happen, calamities and woes, and these things are being done purposely by the hands of the elites. But we know ultimately it's the will of the Lord. The Lord control you damn devils, man. You're not in control. You devils gonna come to the realization that it was the Lord that was in control the whole time. He was using you as a pawn on his chessboard to bring forth his will, his purpose. Just like he said in the book of Romans, the 9th chapter, man. Like he raised up Pharaoh, he raising your ass up so he could smash your ass in front of the whole earth to show his power, that he may get his glory, him and his son, man. It says, anyway, verse 6, I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for her? Art thou better than the populace? No, that was situated among the rivers, that had waters round about it, whose ramparts was the sea, and her walls was from the sea, just like here in modern day in America, man. America got rich through what their seaports. Ultimately, they got rich throughout the blood, sweat, and tears of you tribes, the rape, robbery, and murder of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We helped establish this damn economy in this damn system, man. Ultimately, they made by way a sea and trade. These people got rich, man. These nations got rich off of it. But hey, the Lord's finna destroy your ass, man. Simple as that. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I praise views edifying through the spirit and power. Yahweh Shem Shah. I want to give all glory, all praises, honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. I give double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who do well. And as always, peace and citations to the hopeful elect. And this is Sakis pushing truth throughout the full cause here. Shalom.